Hello, good afternoon, everybody. It's a 156 days until Christmas 2020, and today we have a topic that's actually in the news, and it's on point. It's toys, exclusive toys for Christmas 2020. Actually, they're being released now in August, so just a week or two from now. And I thought today would be a good day to review these toys, talk about it a little bit, and see what you all think. Good afternoon, RC. Thanks for joining. And hopefully we'll get a couple other folks here soon. I saw last week, was actually late last week, over the weekend, that Walmart got an exclusive release of toys. And then yesterday, last night, this morning, Target was also announced to have an exclusive release of toys. And I find it very interesting about the content of these exclusive runs. And I thought it was worth talking about. Before we do that, Mike, you made it to a live stream. Glad to see you here. Thanks for joining. So first of all, just the elephant in the room. I know that there has been a lot of discussion about how toy sales in the Star Wars franchise has taken a tremendous hit. And there's a lot of criticism from the detractors who are using that as evidence that Star Wars is dead, kids today don't care about it, that the heyday of Star Wars is gone, and that Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, or whatever have you, have run Star Wars into the ground, and they can't sell toys anymore. It used to be, toy section was full of Star Wars stuff, and they were a hot commodity, and they sold. So I thought I would start with that point. As you may know, I actually am a Santa Claus during the holidays here in Central Ohio, and specifically, I sit in a couple of different stores. One of them is Cabela's. It's an outdoor, like hunting, hiking, fishing, camping kind of store, and in that store, I see between 200 to 300 kids per day during the season, and that's within maybe a 6-hour shift. We have lines of kids typically year after year, and day after day, it's a solid stream of kids, and I get to listen to their requests. What do they want for Christmas? And I can tell you just from my own experience, from the thousands of kids that I've talked to, that Star Wars toys specifically are not requested much. But let me tell you that also, that applies to other franchises as well. There's only a couple of things that you regularly hear from kids as far as toys are concerned. Of course, some of the major requests from kids are around video games. So there are tons and tons of kids that love video games, and they care about Star Wars toys. Let me tell you, I've got a great story to tell. Hopefully we'll get a couple other people here. It's a hilarious story regarding Star Wars toys, and a specific request that I got from a couple of kids, a brother and sister. So I'll share that here in a little bit. But I just wanted to say, the majority of kids are asking for Fortnite. They're asking for Minecraft. Those two are by far the largest thing that I hear kid after kid after kid request. We get lots of other requests for other things. Some start being, I hear like Bakugan, and what's the other? It's an arena. I'm just drawing a blank. It's an arena where the toys go in, they spin, and they knock one another out, and you can add on to those toys. Those are very, very popular, and they're requested a lot. And then, of course, Minecraft toys and Bakugan toys. Trading cards are huge. So I get lots of requests for like Pokemon cards. Still yet. Lots and lots of kids like Pokemon cards. I don't get a lot of the other kind of cards that like Magic the Gathering or some of the other bigger games. Those tend to be very, very infrequent. But those honestly, those make up the mass majority of things I'm asked for. Girls ask for LOL dolls. They love that LOL franchise, and I hear lots and lots of requests for those. But then, leave a few books. Yeah, well, hopefully some parents are investing in their kids' reading, and certainly, hopefully, they are providing those for those kids. But they're not asking for books in large part. So I get lots of requests for LOL dolls, Barbies. Still very, very popular are Anna and Elsa from Frozen. The girls ask for those a lot, as well as jewelry, makeup. The other huge thing, it crosses boys and girls, are digital electronics. So lots of asks for cell phones. They want new cell phones. A lot of asks for tablets. A lot of asks for laptops. Those are tremendously huge. When it comes back to toys, the next thing that I see, and it crosses boys and girls, are Legos. Legos all day long, every day. Kids are asking for Legos. So that's encouraging. But Legos, when I follow up and ask them, well, what kind of Lego? Star Wars does make the list. Star Wars is regularly listed as one of the Lego sets that they like. We get lots of them for dinosaurs or villages. Kids are into trains or different things like that. So there's lots of requests for Legos, and that'll come in here in a moment as well. So I want to share with you the funny story. So not only do I go to Cabela's, I also there's an IKEA store in the north end of Columbus, Ohio, where I'm regularly Santa Claus there as well, and kids come visit me. Outside of that, I do small appearances here and there. One of them that I do is a bit over in western Ohio, a place called Troy, Ohio. Troy, they have, there's a photographer there who has me come out every year, and we take family portraits with kids, and that's really early, like first week of November kind of thing. And so these kids come up, and I ask them what they want for Christmas. And they said, Star Wars toys. I said, oh, Santa loves Star Wars. What toys would you like? And the boy asked for Darth Vader. That's common. But a lot of kids love Darth Vader, and he likes Kylo Ren and that. And I asked the girl, what toy do you want? And she told me first, before I tell, who do you think she might have asked for? I'll ask you, who do you think? I've already told you this is a funny story, so you're going to have to reach. You're going to have to reach out there to find a character you wouldn't expect a girl to ask for. Who do you think that the little girl most wanted for Christmas? Star Wars toy. I'll give you a moment to think about it. See what you think. I'll see if you guys have any guesses. It's a really good one. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Phasma, Rey, good guesses. Wrong and wrong. She asked for Jabba. And I said, Jabba the Hutt? And she goes, yeah. And her dad said, are you sure you mean Jar Jar? She goes, Dad, I know who Jabba is. I was like, oh, okay, Jabba the Hutt it is. Good luck finding that one. So I don't know how many stores carry Jabba the Hutt toys, but that dad had a task on his hand to come up with a Jabba the Hutt. It was fantastic. So anyhow, so that's my story on a Star Wars toy. It was from this past Christmas season, 2019. And it made my day. I came home and told my family about it. Told the elves, "Hey, we need some Jabba the Hutt toys." So that was great. You didn't expect a little girl to want that. Yeah, I thought she was awesome too. So it was great. Unique thing about all of that is it still supports the argument that folks have about the Star Wars toys and the kids not really gravitating towards the sequel trilogy toys, and that's primarily true. When kids do ask for Star Wars toys, and I ask them the characters that are their favorite, they still tend to go back to their original trilogy, which is also interesting. Does not support their argument about the sequel being the toys they don't want, because they don't want the prequel toys either. They want Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, R2D2, C3PO. Those are the ones primarily. Don't get many for Han Solo. In fact, I don't know the last time I heard a Han Solo. But Darth Vader is huge. He still, by far, gets the most requests. Second to outside of the original trilogy, the only other requests that I've gotten are for Kylo Ren and Rey. That's it. So that's it. So that's my experience. Again, I deal with thousands of kids every year. I've been sitting in Santa Claus as Santa Claus in stores for 3 seasons. This will be my 4th coming up, and in that process, I've talked to thousands and thousands of kids every year, and I know it's anecdotal. By no means can you take what I've experienced and extrapolate that out, but I can tell you that's RC 45 for a Hasbro Jabba figure on eBay. I hope the dad found it. That was great. So I wanted to talk about these toys, and I find it interesting. Again, my experience. Remember, when it comes to Star Wars, the number one thing would be Legos. Legos is always the primary thing. Second from Legos come the toys, but they come from the original trilogy. Not many from the sequels, and none from the prequels. Absolutely none. So from there, let's take a look at these toys, and I'll bring up. I've got a browser window here, and we'll start with the Walmart collection. And the Walmart collection is exclusive to the Clone Wars series. So the Walmart collection is a Clone Wars series. The first one here is the Black series. So these are all Black series. In my experience, Black series figures tend to be collectors. Those are going to not be the kids so much as they're going to be more adults. So, Proton Pack, very good, very good. Black series figures, in my experience, tend to be. Well, first of all, they have a little bit more premium cost on them. Secondly, they tend to be more of adult type people asking for them. So, the first one here is Ahsoka Tano. And of course, it will be Ahsoka because I think from the Clone Wars era, she is maybe the most favorite from Star Wars fans. So you have Ahsoka. Here's the box as you look at it rotated. I want to go back to this box one more time real quick. So you can see in this box that there's a short saber and a long saber. These are the sabers that she got from Anakin. They're the blue ones she got in season 7, So that's kind of puts a specific time on them. And so here we can see posable with the short and the long. I found it very interesting that she's very well articulated. You're able to pose in some well-known Ahsoka type action, and I like this one here. So this one you can see the lightsaber hilt mounted to her hip. Let me go back here and show on her hip. This is just her clothing draped around her waist. And then when we look at the next figure, you can see on this right hip that hilt. So in the hilt, they're mountable, which is kind of cool. So you can remove the blade, put the hilt in, and still pose them or pose her with just one saber or two sabers, or if you wanted to, you could put both of them in mounted on her clothing. So that's good. Hey, RC Scott, thank you, and Mike, thank you very much. I was going to announce it at the end of the stream, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I made it to 100 subs today. It's a huge mile marker for me. It's wonderful to kind of get there. Now this is the first major milestone in many. Hopefully we'll continue to grow and see this channel grow, and our conversation with the Star Wars community and those within the Den of Nerds community grow, because we have these things that shows fan gestures in the morning. Adam, of course, he has the morning stream with coffee, and then we get the Den of Nerds live, followed by Trinity's stream, and so those the Second Street Marvel, which may be rebranded a little bit with Second Street Comics, we'll see. But so you get those, and then for me, I come typically at the end of the day. I have a full-time job I have to do during the day, and I'm already distracted enough by listening to Fan Gesture, Den of Nerds, and Second Street Marvel, and then I listen to John Campia typically in the afternoon. So yeah, RC, 999,900 to go. So old solid hands. Lettuce hands, Adam. That was fantastic from yesterday. We talked about the lettuce fingers today. That was a strange show. I watched it after I saw Adam's tweet about it, and woo, it's out there. So anyway, back to the figures here from Walmart. Ahsoka Tano. Secondly, we get the 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. These are they've got Ahsoka's paint on their helmet, and we get the Clone Trooper here, and likewise, very well articulated, very posable, and he's got a couple of weapons. Here's just the typical blaster, and then he's got a long rifle, and I love that you can pose it in this kind of kneeling scene there, and the fantastic Black Series figures. So here we have that. The third one here is called Mandalorian Loyalist. I find this very, very interesting because with the popularity of The Mandalorian, and of course we've always had Boba Fett around and Jango Fett, but Boba Fett primarily. This is just called Mandalorian Loyalist. That would be from the Siege of Mandalore and the Mandalore Loyalists that fought against those, and in that war. Here we've got a backpack. You can see the backpack there, as well as a couple of handguns, and also here we see wearing the jetpack. You can already tell the holsters will hold the pistols, and some classic Mando kind of poses. Here we've got this Mandalorian. It's a very, very good figure. I'm very impressed, Mike. Yeah, I think they look awesome as well. The last one here is the Mandalorian Super Commando, again from the Siege of Mandalore, season 7 of the Clone Wars Black Series, and again you could see the backpack in there as well as a couple of pistols. The unique thing about this is, hey, Gitter, good evening. I know it's quite late for you. You're over in Europe. You're 5 hours ahead, right? It's 11:20 p.m. I believe. Thanks for joining late this evening. It's good to see you. And so we're going through the Walmart exclusive toys. We've reviewed 3 of them. This is the 4th, the Mandalorian Super Commando, and you'll notice here that it's got the horns on the helmet. So this is more of the Mandalorians, if you want to put it that way. The helmet markings match Maul's paint, or the pattern on his head, and here we've got the Super Commando. Again, very very posable, looks great, and I want to go back. I think I saw here. Look, you can see this hose going around. He's got the flamethrower. That's really cool. So the Super Commander's got a flamethrower on his utility wrist. Let's go back and look at the other Mandalorian and see if see this one's got a like a projectile launcher, but I don't see the hose for a flamethrower. We can take a look at the other arm, perhaps. Yeah, no flamethrower. So with the Super Commando, you get the flamethrower on the wrist. And so I'm curious, of these 4, what are you interested in? Would you guys be interested in all of them? 1, 2? Which would be your... for me, all 4 of them are fantastic. I would love to own all 4 of them. And I'll be hoping to get hold of them. I know that originally Walmart listed this online and they sold out like almost instantly. But it was noted that the price was put too low. They were listed at $20, $19.99 instead of $24.99, and so a bunch of people grabbed them up at that $20 price point. And Walmart may have unlisted them while they corrected the price, and then they showed back up, and so they are available to pre-order now. So that's the Walmart set. Talk about the set from Target, and this one I find even more interesting because it's based around Galaxy's Edge Trading Outpost. Galaxy's Edge was primarily created as a Disney attraction. It's at both of the theme parks in the U.S., Disney World and Disneyland. Galaxy's Edge has also been incorporated into a few stories within the expanded universe, and there are characters from that are in the expanded universe. But Galaxy's Edge is very specific to that those theme parks. And the other thing interesting about it is that you don't see any movie, TV series, animated series, nothing that features Galaxy's Edge. This will primarily be people going to Disney parks and then wanting to collect them, or just Star Wars fans, collectors who want the toys. And we already talked a little bit about how the toys have taken a hit, and there's a lot of criticism out there about them not selling. I find it very, very interesting that Star Wars and Target have come to this this line. Now, when we look at the toys, they're actually pretty good. There's a couple of them that questionable, but there's a couple I think that will sell even though people don't know it. So let's kind of go through these like we did. It's Batu with a T, not Baku with a K, but close, Mike. Oh, sounds very similar. So the first toy, and these are Funko line. Funko Pops are very, very popular. This is a Funko toy, and it's R5 unit pop. So I would imagine that the head is got a spring in it there. And you can have a Funko Pop collectible. Funko Pops are very, very popular among collectors. So I could see that this would sell for people who collect the Funkos. But who's heard of R5? Right? Not me. I've read the books. I've gone through, and I don't remember R5 as a character. Maybe I'd have to go back and re-listen because I didn't follow the specific droids and remember them. I remember some of the other characters, but not R5, certainly. So R5 is the first one. The second one here is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. So here we get the Millennium Falcon that is at the theme parks. People do love the Falcon, and you can see that a couple of characters here that are very, very popular. So, of course, Chewie, but we get our favorite pirate down here as well. The interesting thing about this specific model of the Falcon is, of course, the dish, being that kind of rectangular dish instead of the round one that is known for the Falcon. So this can be the only R5. Do you think that that's that this is R5 from A New Hope? Doesn't look like it to me. I'm familiar with the R5 in A New Hope, the malfunction, but this one here is specific to Galaxy's Edge. I know that R5 from A New Hope is included in the Mandalorian when he visits the bar. R5 is one of the droids in there, but I'm not sure that R5 was in because he's on Tatooine, serving there in that bar where no droids in here, and they made him get out. So R5 is actually in there in the Mandalorian. So I'm not sure that he would be in Batu. I'm thinking this is a different R5 unit. Good catch though. So this is the Falcon that's from Smuggler's Run, and which is at the again at the theme park, and so it's inspired by and it's got sounds, and of course Hondo's there. The next toy is a RC controlled droid unit. And this one here just says Galaxy's Edge Trading Outpost BB unit. This one doesn't have a BB number like BB8 or BB9, whatever. This is just a BB unit that is remote controlled. Similar again to a toy that you can buy at the Disney parks, but here the kid could get an RC controlled BB unit. Not sure what the demand for this would be either. RC units are popular. Don't get me wrong; they're very, very popular. But I just don't know how many of these BB units will sell. Probably depends on the price point and how much fun, like the noises they make and things like that are. So that's the third item. The fourth one here is Captain Cardinal. Now, Captain Cardinal is tremendously popular among people who have read the Phasma novel. Wonder if any of you, RC, Mike, Gitter, have you guys heard of Captain Cardinal. And if you have, what are your thoughts of Captain Cardinal? Um, Captain Cardinal is really, really popular. You guys are still here, reconnected. So, um, yeah. So Captain Cardinal, he is a bit of an antagonist with Phasma. Um, the way that it plays out in the book is that uh, uh, Captain Cardinal gets younger recruits, the brand new recruits, and he gets them in shape, gets them their basic through like basic training, gets them on into the more advanced intermediate training, and then once he gets them to that stage, they turns them over to Phasma. Phasma completes their training and gets them um, ready to deploy. So Cardinal is he's really really cool in the books. He's extremely popular, wonderful character. The cape goes along there with like Phasma's cape. Really, really excited about this character. Just to give you guys a little bit more information about him, his name is Archex, and you can find it on Wikipedia. Archex is his name. Here's a picture of Captain Cardinal without his helmet, and he is definitely a big part of. Here's about his rivalry with Phasma, and there's a character that runs around on Batu in Galaxy's Edge in both of the theme parks. Her name is Vi Marati. She is a resistance, like undercover kind of person, and you can find her kind of lurking about, right? Kind of hiding in the shadows. And if you find her at the theme park, you can interact with her and have a fun experience if you kind of want to get into character and play along. So she's there, and it's interesting because, and I won't go into the whole history here of Cardinal, but Cardinal interrogates Vi Marati. He ends up taking her captive and gets her on board one of the First Order vessels and drugs her, tortures her, and interrogates her. Afterwards, then Vi Marati and Cardinal here, they escape together because there's this thing with, as I mentioned, with Phasma, and so they escape together, and then things happen on Batu, Galaxy's Edge, with him as Archex, and I won't give away the rest of the story, but here's the books. You can find him in Phasma. That's his first appearance. If you haven't read the Phasma book, it's available also on audiobook. And I got that from the library. I listened to it for free. I would encourage that. That's a popular book. It's really, really good. Then the second is Galaxy's Edge Black Spire by Delilah Dawson. That is also really, really good. I think Delilah Dawson wrote that. Let me see here. I got to look to see who wrote that book. Yeah, Delilah Dawson. She wrote both Phasma and Black Spire. Galaxy's Edge Black Spire. His story continues in that. So those are fantastic books. The Black Spire one is definitely kind of aimed at the theme park and kind of giving it some more lore and history so people get into it. But that's a really good book. And of course, that's then where Captain Cardinal comes in. I think he'll sell just because people recognize the red. They're going to be fans of the suit, even if they don't know his character. But for people who have read those books and are familiar with Cardinal and Archex, they're going to want this character. He's very, very popular. So that's the fourth character, I think. Yeah, the fourth toy. The fifth one is another, just a Black Series DJR3X. It's again from Oga's Cantina, and he's previously, they said previously available only at Galaxy's Edge, but now you can buy the toy. I do not think that this one's actually animated. I think it's just a toy. So it's a figure. Most people probably buy it. We'll leave it in the box, and that'll be that. Where the other droid, at least, is one that has an RC control and maybe interacted with. This one here, I'm not so sure. Again, I don't know about the sales of this DJR3X. I don't know. Like, I could see people who went to Disney who may want to have it because they saw him there. But otherwise, I'm not so sure. Yeah, this one here is very obscure. The last one, and this one I mentioned a couple times, Lego is huge. So this toy, again, it's a resistance transport. It's very specific. I don't know that I heard it described in those books. I'm not familiar with this model. It's called the ITS Transport. It does come with a couple of characters. So it comes with Vi Marati, which and you can see her there, Vi Marati, and then it comes with this other character that a lot of people just don't know. It's Lieutenant Beck. Lieutenant Beck is a Mon Cal, so Mon Calamari, and so you get a Vi Marati as well as Lieutenant Beck, and then a couple of droids. You get a little gonk droid there, right? And then I can't make out what the gray one. It's let's see if it has it down here. Minifigures, Astromech droid, and a gonk power droid. Yeah, I don't know the Astromech droid's number. I can't make it out. But here's a Lego. Legos are popular. Star Wars Legos are popular. And this one I could see maybe making a list at Christmas because it's Lego. So when I look at both of the collections, let me bring this up. So here's the Walmart collection. I'll turn this off. There's the Walmart collection. I think all four of these will sell. I think Walmart has a great collection here. They're all Black Series, and they're all from the Clone Wars animated season 7, and from one of the most, if not the absolute very most popular series within it, the Siege of Mandalore. So here you get the Siege of Mandalore characters, most of the ones that are really, really key to that story. The Target toys, I think you're going to do well with the Falcon. The Falcon always sells. You're not going to have a problem with that as long as the price point's okay. I know a lot of the Lego Falcons are really expensive. I haven't seen the price point for this Falcon, and I resized these pictures, so don't think that these are sized. The Funko Pop will sell okay. I'll bet that they collect dust. They're not going to sell that great. The Falcons are going to sell okay. The RC droid, I think, will sell okay. You're going to do great with the Black Series. They really got a win here for Captain Cardinal. He's going to sell well. And the Lego, I think, will sell well. The other droid, I hope they don't stock a lot of them because they'll be sitting around. And if they do, look for them on sale because they're not going to move. I just don't think they're going to move. That's my thought. Is Funko on the way out? That's a really good question. I've got a couple of Funko upstairs. I've got a Rey and a Kylo. My daughters have started collecting buying those for me as gifts. They know I love the sequel trilogy, and they're looking for characters in the sequel trilogy that I would enjoy. But Funko, my daughter is also collecting those. She's into The Office, and so she's trying to get a lot of those. Um, Not sure about on a broader scale. So that's hey, that's the news on the toys. I think there's a decent line. The Black Series figures look really, really well. Good afternoon, Anthony. Good to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Uh, if you have any questions, let me know. We just got done talking about the exclusive collections at Walmart and Target. I did see that these are being released in August. They're taking some pre-orders now, and Target is it says releasing August 30th. So those are coming. You guys, you mentioned it earlier. I was saving it for the end. I was going to thank you again for getting me to the 100 subscribers. This is just wonderful. I know that for a long time I've been very, very inconsistent on getting videos up and having these interactions. I want to be more consistent. I want to try to fall into this kind of time frame every day. On Harvey, good evening. Thanks for joining. I want to be more consistent with this kind of time frame, 6 p.m. Eastern. It works fairly well for me because my work day kind of wraps up. The only issues on Wednesdays, we have Bible study on Wednesday evenings, and it's a home group study that I lead. So Wednesdays typically won't be streaming unless I can fit something in kind of shorter, closer to 5 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. starts to get really close to time to go and to prepare. Then after that, Thursdays and Fridays. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday would be my normal days. The weekends, I take that time for my family. My wife works really long hours through the week, and most evenings I spend kind of on my own watching different series that I enjoy. I just got through the Snowpiercer series. I really like Snowpiercer, the streaming series. I liked it much, much better than the Snowpiercer movie. Both of them seem a little bit odd to me, but at least the Snowpiercer series had a really cool, like whodunit murder mystery that ran through, and they have some really good characters in there. So that series was I enjoyed. The other one that I just finished, and my wife and I both watched those together, was the Cursed. It's the backstory to the Lady of the Lake, the Arthurian legend, and there's a lot of characters in there. People who are loyalists to the Arthurian story may not enjoy some aspects of it. You have all the characters there. You'll recognize the characters, but their stories don't necessarily align to what you may already know. Arthur himself, of course, he's still the Arthur, but he's cast a little differently. His age is a little different, and the same with Gawain. And it's really interesting on some of the other support characters, really, really major characters within Arthurian legend. But it may not strike your fancy. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good story, and it was enjoyable as something as we're still in this pattern of being a home. So that's it for me. The next series that I've been thinking about is Dark. It's German, but they've got it dubbed in English. I may watch that. I've been kind of holding off. I'm not quite so sure about it, and I'm starting to hear some really good things about it, so I may start watching that. Other than that, is there any other thoughts? What if of the toys that we reviewed? If there's one that you really, really would enjoy, what would it be? If there was just one, I think I would know. but let me just put it out there. If you could just pick one of those toys, which one would you pick? And let me just bring up here. I know it's kind of small, but if you just kind of want a reminder, I know what I would like. Anthony, you have a recommendation. Alienist on TNT. I look for it. Alienist. I'll add it to something to check out. And like Adam with Fanjack here, I typically give a series at least 2 or 3, and then I determine if I'm going to keep watching. There are a couple others that we've started, but we're having trouble kind of following through with, so we're not really going a full bore into this. So we are looking for another series that we would enjoy. The target set looks cool. Yeah. Captain Cardinal, he's on my list. The Falcon, I definitely want a Falcon. Those 2 are on my list. And for me, all 4 of the Walmart. But if I had one, just one that I could purchase of the whole set, Walmart and Target combined, there's just one. For me, it'd be Ahsoka, for sure. Hands down, no question. Ahsoka. But then after that, I'm going to start begging for the rest. That's because I enjoy them. So, hey, that's the topic for this afternoon. I really wanted to be honest about toy sales. I wanted to be honest about the criticisms. I want to be, completely forthright. One of the things when they started the Gray Council, I got really excited about it because it was this balanced approach about things that you enjoy and things that you don't, and being able to be honest and critical. And toy sales have taken a hit, but there's a bigger reason behind it, and it's not just tied to the sequel trilogy hatred. Toys as a whole, across all, have gone down. The original trilogy toys, as I mentioned before, are still popular, and they're requested, but I don't see any from the prequel era, which goes to support it kind of undermines the argument that the sequel toys are just laying around while the others are selling, or that the sequel has completely killed Star Wars and it's dead. I don't buy that a bit, and I'll be curious about these 2 runs. I think Walmart's going to do very, very well. I'm really hesitant to endorse the Target line, other than those 2 or 3. So, it's not so. Say what's not so? Just that the toys are down. No, I just don't know about the sales of those Target toys. I really don't. Again, price is going to be big. Price is going to be really, really big. So with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up today, guys. Unless there's another topic on no toy. Yeah, there. I think the collectors. These toys are primarily aimed at collectors. The Black Series toys, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Still waiting for my TF figures. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I know that there'll be a lot of people that want in on those Clone Wars, and I think a lot of people want Captain Cardinal. There'll be people who will kind of thumb their nose at the Falcon because of that dish, but other than that, oh yeah, kids ask for iPads, kids ask for cell phones, all day long. Those are by far the biggest. And then video games. They want video games, and I hear those from boys and girls alike. I talked about Minecraft is the most popular. When you get kids talking about Minecraft or the other big games, Minecraft is mentioned way more than anything else. And then the Minecraft toys that align with it. So unless Star Wars video games start really picking up, then we'll start to see kids want the toys for the video games, which I did not see. So with the Galaxy's Quest, it's interesting because of the theme park and the books for collectors, but and maybe the toys look, enjoyable enough that kids will want them. But I think it'll be interesting to see if anybody starts doing things with the video game Star Wars toys, if those will start coming out. Yeah. Need to vent my thoughts. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. What have we become? Kids ask for iPhones, not toys. Oh, I know. So one thing is Santa Claus. I try to push back against electronics and against video games. Kids ask for them consistently, and if they already have a video game system, the Nintendo Switch is way up there. So the Switch, they want a Switch, or they have a Switch, and they want games for their Switch, or they want an iPad. They really want iPads, and and that's it. They want the iPad. They don't ask for games, and I agree. So one thing I get when I'm asked as Santa, somebody asks me for an iPad or a phone, I'm the elves. Those electronics, they can make them, but they just take so long. And and elves really enjoy making toys. That's what elves really enjoy. They work better. They have more fun when they're making toys. And we might be able to get you an iPad or a cell phone, but really, if you could get a toy, what toy would you want? And then they'll say, "Oh, can I have a Nintendo Switch?" Oh, well, Nintendo Switch, that's a game. That's a lot of fun. But what about a toy? Do you like? What movie do you like? And then I'll try to lead them down a road on a movie, a cartoon, something that they watch, and see if there's a toy that they would like, or stuffed animals. What's your favorite animal? And then I'll ask about train. Kids need wooden trains. I actually have one in my office, a wooden train we bought in Mexico, a handmade wooden train. When I do video calls like this, I'll put the wooden train. I'll show them the train. I love that. And I also have a train whistle, a wooden train whistle. And I carry that with me in the stores, and a lot of kids love trains, and I'll get them to ask for a train or show them the train whistle, and that kind of breaks the ice. More Wookiee cookies. Wookiee talks. Hey, good evening. Thanks for stopping. I try to lead kids down the path of asking for trains. Most of the kids that want trains are the young boys that watch Thomas the Train, and so they'll want Thomas train engines, and that's the really young kids. I don't get a lot of asks for just trains. So and get her. Look, I understand the frustration, and you could tell my age. I played video games when I was in high school, but they were a little bit different. And I got into video games when I was in the U.S. Army, and I played them, and I actually have a bit of a game addiction. And I ended up having to get rid of my game console. I cannot allow myself to get into video games because they'll consume me. And I see a lot of kids that get absolutely hooked on video games as well, or electronics. And I try to encourage them away from that when I get a chance. We'll talk about sports, about, do you like soccer or football or baseball or softball or volleyball, right? Try to get the kids to ask for sporting equipment, things like that. And try to get them out of there. Try to get them out of the video games, but that's it. I can have a lot of Santas are a lot older than me. Tomorrow is Santa's birthday. My actual birthday is tomorrow. I turn 53 years old tomorrow. And you guys gave me a great birthday gift getting me to 100 subscribers. I can't thank you enough for that. That's just fantastic. But the average age of Santas is in their 70s. And here in Ohio, the average age is about 72. So 71, just over 71, 72 range. And so I am almost 20 years younger than the average age Santa here in Ohio and nationwide in the United States for real bearded, white, naturally bearded Santas. So those, I'm a lot younger, and you should hear the older Santas gripe and complain about electronics. You think we don't like it? You ought to hear those guys. They really don't like it. Hey, thanks for the birthday wishes. Tomorrow, I won't be streaming. I'll be on in the morning with Adam and Fan Jackshire. I'll be on with Josh with the Den of Nerds and Trinity in 2nd Street Marvel. But then after that, I'll just be working, and then after work, hopefully, we're trying to work out with the kids to go do some mini golf. It's really hot in Ohio, and my daughter has to work kind of late, but we'll see. We may put it off and try to go this weekend or something like that. So, Santa, Mike, how old are you if you're older than Santa Claus? Oh boy, that's good fun. No, thanks. You guys have a great evening. I enjoyed spending time with me. You've made my day better. I hope I've been able to improve your day, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. You guys, Dale! Good evening. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Thanks for the birthday wishes, everybody. You guys take care. Merry Christmas, and bye-bye. We'll talk to you later.